Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to our third virtual Six in the City.
That's right.
And Fuller, this is beginning to feel something like normal.
I know. I tried. It was either this or the island background, and I thought about the island background on there. I'd have some questions to answer. So
yeah, I would think if accounting saw the beach scenes, they would be saying, "What does this working from home mean?" You know,
yeah, exactly.
We're back in the office today, so
I am. First day back since March 23rd, so it's a great thing to be back for just a little bit of time. So
well, the phase in is underway. Well, tell us about the show today. Who all we got on?
Well, today we've got Sabrina Anderson. She's the executive director of the Jackson Boys and Girls Club. She's going to give us a little bit of update on what their plans are. And then Christie with the American Heart Association is going to talk to us about their COVID-19 response and how it has impacted them, not just locally, but regionally and nationally. And she's also going to mention a little bit about the Heart Walk because they've got a kickoff lunch. Sherry Freeman and Caitlin Roach, both with the Jackson Symphony, are here. They're going to talk to us about the plans for next season and then a 60 and 60 campaign, asking for donations. Donna Harris with the Jackson Madison County Library is with us. She's going to talk about what they're doing, what's available. We also have special guest from TVA, Grant England, because there is a kids virtual workshop coming up this Thursday, which is May the 14th at 10 o'clock Central, 11 Eastern. And he's going to talk to us about that. And then for our entertainment, we have brothers Brandon and John Hutcheson.
We'll be talking to them later in the show, so stay with us. All of that is ahead on this Six in the City.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we use EPlus broadband at both of our locations. We use digital x-rays at both of our offices, and we need the high-speed access to be able to submit all of our x-rays electronically for the insurance companies. Installation was simple. We experienced little to no downtime. I would highly recommend EPlus broadband to anyone in the commercial market. The reliability is second to none, and the service is the best.
JA's Customer Center on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive now has a drive-through payment kiosk. No more getting out of the car, waiting in teller lines to pay your utility bill. The separate entrance allows for easy access, and the covered kiosk and step-by-step screen prompts guide you through the payment process. Cash, check, credit, or debit card. Credit to your account is immediate. A printed confirmation receipt is provided. Another step in service to customers, all a part of JA Today.
Where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of West Tennessee. Every day, people walk through these doors to selflessly help others, to give without expecting anything in return. So where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of Lifeline, our community's blood bank, where we all come together to help each other, and the American spirit thrives.
Ask what you can do for your country.
Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcoming you back to this virtual Six in the City. And our first guest, special guest, Sabrina Anderson with the Boys and Girls Club. And Sabrina, what's it like having a club with no boys and girls?
Oh, it's awful strange and awful quiet.
Well,
I bet it is.
I know it's been a dramatic challenge. Are you looking for summer programs or what's ahead for the Boys and Girls Club this year?
Well, we hope to open for summer camp. We just are not sure when that's going to be. And that's only because there are so many different protocols that you have to put in place and to make sure that you have all the equipment and supplies that you need. Tell them it's a whole new world. You know, people are hoarding toilet paper, people are hoarding cleaning supplies. And so we've got to make sure we have that to be able to serve kids as well.
Okay. Well, I know it's a big gap out there. Have you been able to have any kind of contact with your members?
We have. Some of our staff have called our club members just to touch bases with them and see how they're doing and what their needs are. It's been totally different. We've tried to do some things on Facebook to have some daily challenges. Some of those kids could do that with their parents as opposed to maybe just having their own account. And we're planning to do some virtual live sessions like they were doing at school. We purchased our Zoom membership today.
Yay!
So So
Just in time, by the way. Couldn't get you on this show without it.
look, absolutely. So I think it's going to be a whole new world, so to speak. And I think that our young people are going to be challenged to try things differently. And I think for us, it's just going to be a new way of giving, a new way of doing programming. And I hope and pray that we make all the right choices to make it happen.
Okay. I know one thing that has been a challenge, and that's the academic transition, and the school systems are going to start and advance everybody to their next grade, even though they have missed a significant portion of the academic year. Will your summer program help pick some of that up?
My hope is, yes, sir. Tell them if we can start, we will make sure that we have tutors in place so that they can help the young people with their homework type style activities, whatever the teachers have been sharing. We have a meeting tomorrow with Dr. King and Kyle Spurgeon of the Chamber, so we can talk about some things that we might be able to put in place together to help advance our kids.
Sabrina said you said it was hard getting all the necessary supplies that you need to open back up. So if there are people out there that would like to donate, what type of things are you looking for, and how can they get them to you?
Right now, what we need to make sure that we have is like a MacBook Pro to help us with some of our flyers and all of our new technology things that we're doing, because we're doing something called Remind. And that Remind helps notify the parents for what activities that we have going on and to log in and make that work for us. We also are trying to get tablets for the kids that may not have access to smartphones or laptops. So if somebody has an old tablet that still works and you have the charger, drop it off at the Boys and Girls Club. And we would be happy to help share that with our young people. I think that a lot of times they don't think that our kids have they think they have what they need, but they really don't. And so we want them to have the necessary tools to be able to communicate with us. And if
how has this affected your fundraising this year?
well, we didn't have our steak and burger dinner. That is postponed until August, we hope. But the venues have to be able to open back up as well. And Inglewood is a great partner with us, but we haven't got approval for a new date yet. So once they start setting dates, maybe we'll be able to have the steak and burger. Maybe not. I'm just not sure, but I hope so. Keep your fingers crossed.
Okay.
We did participate in the Give Back 731 with United Way. We raised about $1,500, which was great. But, if we don't have summer camp kids in the building, that's still a piece of revenue missing. And we don't really charge that much. $45 a week from basically 7:30 to 5:30 is not a drop in the bucket. And that may have to change. So we're really going to have to look for people for sponsorship for kids, because if we have to hire a cleaning service to come in here for sanitization purposes at least once a week, that's added cost that we didn't have.
Boys and Girls Club website is?
www.bgcjmc.org.
All right.
You notice how he asked you to say it, not him, right?
I did.
I have to Google Boys and Girls Club of Jackson. Good to see you, Sabrina.
Thanks so much, Sabrina, for what you do
Everything
for
you
being
do.
on.
We'll be back with more as we continue this virtual
Miss you.
Six in the City.
Tune to the Travel Channel. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control. Set up OnePass for the Warriors. Catch all the action with the power of voice control.
Jackson, Tennessee, established in 1822, began getting utility services in the late 1800s. But utility history hit its stride in 1959 when the separate utilities were combined into one city-owned company, the Jackson Utility Division. That company is the foundation of all the utility services we have today. A history of serving citizens, life quality, economic development in Jackson, Tennessee, a 60th anniversary. That's JEA today.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So EPlus broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you back to our virtual Six in the City, and we continue with Christie Putra with the American Heart Association. And Christie, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see y'all too.
Good to have you with us. Well, we've been talking about worlds being disrupted, and I would think it'd be the same for the American Heart Association. So what's happening?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a crazy time we're living in, isn't it? But you know us, we don't sit on our hands, and I don't stay still very often, so, or for very long. So we've been very busy. It is just been a unique time, and probably in all of history, I don't know if it's been ever so important, our mission for longer, healthier lives, whether it's a COVID-19 or cardiovascular disease. We want longer, healthier lives for everyone. So we've been very busy. You know, here locally, I was working on the Go Red campaign, and we were about to have a great big event. So that's definitely changed a little bit. And now we're going to have
Go Red.
Yeah, we're still going to go red because hey, we go red daily, but we're going to go red on June 12th. So mark your calendar.
Okay.
From 12 to 1. Yeah, from 12 to 1. So we are finally a luncheon. It's so funny because there are so many Go Reds or luncheons across the nation, but we've always been a dinner, and we're going to keep doing the dinner. It works great for us. But this year we are the luncheon. A virtual luncheon from 12 to 1 on June 12th in a format a little bit like this. Half your screen, you'll see the program just like you would have seen there. And the other half, you'll see Corrales, our MC, just like you'd have seen at the event. But it's going to be a great day.
Okay. How do people make reservations for this, Christie?
Yeah, absolutely. So we pretty much knew who were coming. So what my job, my big job is to now correspond with these, 550 or so people that were coming to the event through our sponsors and people who bought tickets, and share with them the new opportunity. The only thing is we're going to allow them to really open the doors, much wider. For example, JEA has a table at the Go Red for Women. Well, guess what? You get 3 at the virtual Go Red. So you can invite your friends and family and coworkers and linemen and whoever you want can be a part of this event. We're really excited. I think we have an opportunity possibly to engage more people than we ever have. Maybe.
That's true. That's a good point.
Absolutely.
Christie, one thing we've seen in this, I guess, is with the virus, how important our overall health is, because the healthier we are, the more resistant we are to this, apparently.
We have absolutely seen that. One of the first things that struck me was when they named stroke survivors and cardiovascular disease survivors at the number one, health risk for most likely to contract COVID-19. Unfortunately, once they do, most likely to pass away from COVID-19. And that immediately connected with the American Heart Association. And we, I keep, the word for this year, I feel like it's pivot. We're constantly changing how we do things, but we pivoted so quickly, and we took $2.5 million and put into research around COVID-19. Why is it affecting our patients more? Why are patients going in with COVID-19 never having any cardiovascular disease, but then having fatal arrhythmias killing them? Why is this happening, and what's going to fix it? What's going to keep that from happening? What drugs are going to be best for our patient? So we are working on this every day. Okay.
Well, it's good to see you. What else is ahead for the year now? Your big event coming up the 12th, and then beyond that, is it change your calendar?
Oh yeah, there's something else.
Christie's calendar is always full.
So we are planning, because we don't know any reason not to plan this. We are planning on having our 2020 West Tennessee Heart Walk and Red Dress Dash. I'm still waiting on you, Steve. Red Dress Dash 5K.
This is going to be his year. I just know it.
This is his year. I mean, why not? Everything else is different.
Everything else has changed. Might as well get what? Have you got a tentative date for that?
We do. So we have a date of September 12th at Union University, 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning, much like last year, if anybody came to that and was a part of that. We are going to hold a community kickoff lunch. I've talked to Grant Center. We're going to socially distance. We're probably going to do box lunches, but that's coming up on June 18th. So contact me if you want more information.
Rich, it's always good to see you. Appreciate the work.
Great to have you, Christie, on the show. And for people who want to get in contact with you, how do they do that? What's your number?
At Christie.Futrell@heart.org.
Christie.Futrell@heart.org. All right. Well, thank you so much, Christie, for being here. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Even if it's not in person, but that's okay.
No, thank you.
Thanks a lot for the work. We're delighted to have these young men with us. We'll be talking to them a little bit later in the show. They've had some exciting things happening in their music and career, but we are welcoming from Lake County, Tennessee, the one and only, the Hutcheson brothers.
Thank y'all. There's a lot of ways of saying what I want to say to you. There's songs and poems and promises and dreams that might come true. But I won't talk of starry skies or moonlight on the ground. When I come right out and tell you I just love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things my woman wants to hear. I let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I love to lay you down. In the many ways your sweet love's made this house into a home. You've got a lot of ways of doing things that turn me on. Like standing in the kitchen in your faded cotton gown. With your hair all up in curlers, I still love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things my woman wants to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I love to lay you down. When a whole lot of Decembers are showing in your face, your auburn hair has faded and silver takes its place. You'll be just as lovely, and I'll still be around. And if I can, I know that I'd still love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things my woman wants to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love.
With EPlus broadband and watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit watchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit watchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for EPlus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on EPlus broadband fiber network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcome you back to this virtual Six in the City. And we're delighted to have these special guests with us from the Jackson Symphony, and that's Sherry Freeman and Caitlin Roach. Good to see you both.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Cassandra, for having us.
Well, we were making our way through the 59th season of the Jackson Symphony, and it got delayed, and then we rescheduled everything, and that got punted.
You're right. Yeah.
So, how did it affect the symphony season? Well, it brought it to a screeching halt.
It did, for a fact, and it was rolling really well too. We really hated that, it happened, but we, like many others, understand the role that we needed to play in what was going on in our community and the world at large.
Caitlin, I guess for your work and fundraising, everything else, that was a big glitch out there.
Was, but so many of our patrons have been so generous to us during this time, and we're going to talk a little bit today about some other opportunities for giving. So we're, just finding new ways to do what we've been doing.
All right, so Sherry, we're looking now to the 60th season of the Jackson Symphony. What an historic season. I know there have been big plans made for a long time for this special anniversary for the symphony. So where do you stand now, and how do you plan for the fall?
Well, I mean, Steve, I, like many, are kind of dependent upon what the next, information to come out. I mean, we are making plans for the 60th season. We've made, 2 or 3 different plans based on, what happens going forward. But, the one thing I want people to know is there will be a season for the Jackson Symphony. It may look different. It may start differently. It may progress differently, but we will play music as soon as we're permitted to do that. So, I mean, as you said, we had a tremendous birthday year planned, and that may come to fruition. We're just going to have to be patient in some of this, but we will play and we will have a season with the Jackson Symphony in some form as we move forward.
That just means you're going to have just extend that birthday celebration for the next year. I mean, why not?
Like, I celebrate for a month.
I know. And when you're 60, you just got to keep celebrating.
That's exactly right.
I guess that is it. I guess one thing, Sherry, for all the people that perform with symphonies, I mean, none are able to organize events hardly in this country. So I guess the whole calendar for everybody, all the entertainers, performers, has been disrupted.
It has. I'm weekly on with a group of executive directors of symphonies the size of the Jackson Symphony, which is quite a large group throughout the U.S. And, we're all in this boat, no matter large symphonies, small symphonies. I mean, when you gather people, that's just an unknown at this time. But, Mayor Conger and so many people in the city have been gracious and kind to us to try to help us navigate this, and our board has been supportive. And as Caitlin said, so many of our patrons have just been gracious and kind, and they have been generous with donations and generous with comments and well wishes. And as I said, we will be back. It's just a matter of when we can get going.
And Caitlin, you mentioned something about a 60 and 60 campaign, and another way that patrons can donate. What's going on with that?
So to go along with our birthday celebration, we really want to entice 60 new donors to the Jackson Symphony. If that means you give $60, if that means you give 1,000 or more and join our legacy circle, whatever it is that you want to give, we want 60 new people. And that's not stopping just because we're, in this strange time, because, the arts are important and music is important, and we need those donations to make that happen. So anybody in West Tennessee that wants to get on board with that, we'd love to add their names to our list.
How do they go about doing that? Do they just give the symphony a call or go
Yeah,
online?
you can call and chat with me. It's 427-6440, or you can go online to our website, thejacksonsymphony.org, and there's a donate button there as well. So whatever's easiest, or mail us a check too. That works as well. We take it, whatever you want to do.
They can donate or whatever. Sherry, have you got a tentative date for this season, or everything is still just waiting to see what happens with the facility?
Well, we're waiting to see what's going to happen. I mean, I was on the phone with the mayor this morning, and one of our holdups is when we can gather group. And so it's not that we don't have the support of the season or different people. It's in the community. It's just that we have to be able to gather. So right now we're scheduled to launch in September, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Okay, let's start.
So
Good to see you both.
it is good to have you,
Appreciate
ladies.
you taking time to be with us. Caitlin, good luck with the 60-60, Sherry. Continue best on this 60th anniversary season. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We're going back to Lake County, Tennessee, and ladies and gentlemen, these are the Hutcheson brothers.
They so busy, no chance to even catch our breath. The world's been so fast, there ain't no time to rest. I'm missing you, you're missing me. It's time to break free. Let's beat the hustle and the grind. You and me spend some time. Baby, what do you say? Let's spend the day just chilling. We got our sunglasses on, chilling. We're sitting in between our toes. Got drinks on ice, baby, by my side. Loving the summertime feeling. Taking it easy. Just chilling. You gonna take a second verse? I can't turn on that radio and find that island groove. Buffett or Marley, get us in the right mood. And babe, it don't matter what we do. As long as I'm with you, just chillin'. We got our sunglasses on, chillin'. We're sand between our toes. Got drinks on ice, baby, by my side. Loving the summertime feeling. Taking it easy. Just chillin'. Just chillin'. We got our sunglasses on, chillin'. We're sand between our toes. Got drinks on ice, baby, by my side. Loving the summertime feeling. Taking it easy. Just chillin'. Just chillin'.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
In communities across Tennessee, we feel the effects of opioid addiction. We all know someone touched by addiction. People we see every day. A neighbor, a friend, a family member. Please know there is help and hope. Together we can rise above and make recovery a reality. Neighbors working together, Tennessee together. If you or someone you love needs help for addiction, help is available. Visit tntogether.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Kedrick Perkins, PGA General Manager at Jackson Country Club. Jackson Country Club's amenities are true Southern hospitality. Championship golf course, fine dining, 6 tennis courts, junior Olympic pool and fitness. We pride ourselves in giving our members the best. Choosing JEA was a logical choice so that we could tie in our phone, internet, and cable solutions so that we can advance our next segment of technology.
Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcoming you back to this virtual 6 in the City. We're going to take a trip to the library, or to the librarian anyway.
Yes.
Executive Director Donna Harris is with us from the Jackson Madison County Public Library. Donna, so good to see you. And
Good
I
to
know
see
the
y'all.
library's gone from being closed and, well, internet access. I don't guess the library's ever been totally closed, but now you're doing curbside. So what does that mean?
Well, you can put items on hold in our catalog or give us a call, and we also have an intercom outside the door. You can walk up and use the intercom to request items, and then we'll run them outside to you. We also have a few computers that we're allowing people to make appointments to use for essential services. We can't open our whole computer lab right now because of the distancing issue, but we're allowing people to come in by appointment because so many people need us right now, to file their unemployment and to do all the things that they're having to do during this time, government services.
What kind of usage did you get when it was internet access?
You talking about on a regular day?
Yeah, on a regular day. I mean,
Like on a regular day, we'll see 100 people using our computers, easy.
Okay.
But
I was talking about as far as your internet only access when the library was closed completely, but you could access the library through the internet and all.
yeah, I haven't seen the numbers on the actual internet usage, but I know that our ebook circulation went up by about 1,000.
Wow. That's a good thing. Everybody's taking advantage of that wonderful service that you have.
Yeah. And we launched another database at the time that this happened called Hoopla, and it had streaming videos. So a lot of people have been enjoying watching movies on that as well.
So now, are these just are these new releases, or are these all kinds of movies? What have you got?
They're not new releases, but they're pretty good movies that people would normally check out. Movies that would go for people would still want to see for years. Like Elf. I don't know if Elf's on there, but Elf was made several years ago, but people still love to watch Elf. So things like that were popular movies that people enjoy watching.
Now, is that something that we can go to jmclibrary.org and is it an app that we download to our phone, or how does that work, Dinah?
Yeah, you can go to our website, www.jmclibrary.org, and you can go to the e-resources tab, and there's links to all of our different e-resources, but Hoopla does have an app you can download on your phone or tablet as well. And even our ebook program has an app called Libby. For a Kindle product, it's called Overdrive, but for everything else, it's called Libby. And you can download your books, audio or ebooks, just in just a few minutes, with a touch.
And they can be downloaded to like our phones or our tablets or our laptops.
That's right.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
So it's pretty cool. A lot of people haven't liked e-resources, ebooks. Most people, like I'm sure Steve, enjoys holding a book, right, Steve? You enjoy holding a book? I see you have a whole shelf behind you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they arranged by color?
You notice a lot of them are red.
We'll prop up the next one,
There's actually somebody that's on Zoom a lot on TV that has her bookshelf arranged by color. I noticed that.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Dinah, I guess for people to understand, with technology now, you can have access to pretty much anything in the library without being there.
You can have access to a lot. One of our biggest resources is our people. And the good thing is, all through this, we've continued to answer the phone. Even when the doors were locked, we were answering the phone and trying to direct people to resources, finding resources for people, and we were posting content to our Facebook page. My children's librarian has a little 3-year-old boy, and they're doing story times that are just adorable. Instead of being able to come in and do them, they're posting them there. So we've done a lot of things trying to serve people, and we will continue to do. And if there's somebody has a need and they have any inkling that we can help with it, just give us a call and we'll see what we can do.
That is what, 425-8600, is that right?
That is right.
Okay. Donna, the curbside service and all these other things, one thing about that, people can return items now, and you're not charging any fines through the month.
Fines.
Right?
That's right. And we are trying to be careful because, the germs live on the paper for 48 hours and they live on plastic for 72. And many of our books are covered in plastic and our DVDs are in plastic cases. So as things are being returned, we're quarantining them for 72 hours to make sure that all the germs have died off of them before we actually even check them in. So when you check out, you can feel pretty confident, that the items you're checking out are not transferring the virus or anything.
Lots of changes being made.
Yes, lots of changes. We are so happy to be seeing people again. And like I said, people are really making use of putting the items on hold, and then we're pulling them for them and taking them to the door. So we just encourage people to do that.
What are your hours now, Dinah?
Okay, we are open, both locations open at 9. The North Branch is open from 9 until 6, our main Monday through Friday. And our main library is open 9 till 6, Monday through Thursday, and 9 to 5 on Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
And
Friday and
that's
Saturday.
just for curbside service, correct?
Just for curbside. And we really don't know when we'll be able to open our doors. The week before we closed, we had 300 people in there one day. And people use the library a lot, period. But when it's in the summertime and school's out, that's where they're going to be. So we're going to have to be very careful about opening.
Dinah, so good to see you. Appreciate you being there.
Thank y'all for letting me come on.
Appreciate what you do.
A special program coming up next as we continue this virtual 6 in the City.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we offer dental treatment for your entire family. We have the latest 3D digital x-ray system. We offer implants, veneers, teeth whitening, and all the other normal services you receive at the dental office. We have 2 offices, one in Milan and one in Jackson, and EPlus broadband telephone services allows us to connect both of those offices. It doesn't matter which office the patient calls, we have the ability to speak to that patient at either location.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensaver for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
Steve Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcoming you back to this virtual 6 in the City. And we're working for the first time with Grant England with the TVA. Grant, good to meet you and good to have you with us.
Yes, thanks, Cassandra, Steve. Nice to meet you all too. And thanks for having me on.
This is our first time we're going to get to know each other a bit here. What is it that you do with the TVA and what's your background?
Sure. So I'm here today to talk about the energy monsters. TVA is partnered with Jackson Energy Authority as well as other local power companies around the valley to provide a free virtual kids energy workshop. So previously we've provided this workshop to children all around the valley in schools, through the public library system, and other venues. But of course, with the strange times that we're in, we're trying to provide an educational opportunity and something fun for families to engage in while we're all staying safe at home.
So before you worked at TVA, you said you were a professional educator. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, I moved to Nashville to go to college here, and then I worked for the Nashville public school system. I taught in elementary school, so I taught fourth grade, second grade, kindergarten, and then also did professional development for other teachers. Then I worked with TVA to help create the Energy Monsters program.
All right. So what is the Energy Monsters then?
Yeah, it's a workshop designed for children ages 5 to 12, and it's all about energy. So learning about it revolves around 3 central questions. Children will learn where energy comes from, how they use energy, and then fun and easy ways that they can help their family save energy and avoid wasting energy, which we hope will lead to some energy savings for families as well.
And so while they're, I went ahead and I made some new friends today.
Oh, good.
Previously, but while they're learning about energy, these little guys, I don't know if you could see them, these little guys are teaching the kids about how to save energy and where energy comes from. And so all the energy monsters. So they're quite the characters.
Yeah,
so
we've got.
Or then, or the workshop is going to be is Thursday, the 14th. What time and how do people access it?
That's right. It's this Thursday, the 14th. We're going to be broadcasting live online at 10 Central, 11 Eastern, and people can go to energyright.com to find out more about the Energy Monsters, to register. And then we also have some materials, a free I Spy Energy kit that families can request. One will be shipped to them for free, and it has some at-home activities that you can use, after the workshop to continue the learning. We've got some coloring sheets featuring the Energy Monsters that also include some energy-saving tips around the home. We've got a memory matching game, where you lay the cards face down and and then have to find matches. All of these cards have little energy saving tips featuring
and this comes in a kit, and that kit is free?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So I guess you can go to the Energy Right website and sign up to have one of those energy kits mailed to you?
Yeah, that's right. Energyright.com is where you can register for the workshop on Thursday, as well as requesting those free kits.
Materials.
All right. We've also
during the summer or on a continuing basis?
Sorry, Steve, say that again.
Will these be done on a continuing basis beyond this Thursday? Is this kind of a one-time thing, or?
Well, this is the second virtual workshop that we've hosted, and we hope that they'll continue to be something ongoing that we can offer. Previous to these virtual workshops and stay-at-home orders and social distancing, we did the workshops all around the valley for hundreds of children at schools and through libraries. So we're just hoping to meet up with families however we can, whether that's in person or virtually.
And you can go to energyright.com for the information. Also, you can go to JEA's website, jacksenergy.com, and click on the safety link, and there's a kids corner in there, and you can click on that and find the same information there as well. It'll link you back to the Energy Right. So if you forget Energy Right, just go to jacksenergy.com and you can find out all that information.
I think, Grant, one thing that we have found in doing this work is that, I remember when my great-grandparents' house got wired for the first time, okay? So things have changed. But, we've been around this so long that we take it for granted and really don't think about it. It's just been there forever for us. And we forget what it takes to generate this, distribute this, and to maintain these systems.
Absolutely. My family is all originally from the Tennessee Valley. So, yeah, we have, similar stories in the family of people growing up and experiencing electrification. But yeah, I've really, my background is as an educator. So I've enjoyed learning more about energy, something that affects every part of my daily life that I use every day, all the time. And I think kids really, really respond well to that too, getting to learn about something that they're using day in and day out.
And how to save it and preserve the environment and everything else. Grant, it's really good to have you with us.
It is wonderful to meet you, Grant. Glad you came to be on the show tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. Nice to meet you all too.
All right, great. It'll be 10 o'clock Central this coming Thursday. Grant,
That's right. Hope
We're
to
going
see you
back
all
to
there.
Lake County, Tennessee, and we welcome back. We'll be turning these guys coming up soon. This is the Hutcheson brothers.
Laying in bed, staring at the wall. A million things on my mind, wishing you would call. I know we've had our differences, I know we've had our fights. The clock says 2:23. You be coming home tonight. Yeah, I miss feeling that vibe when we touch and when we kiss. Yeah, I wish you come back. We start off again all of this. Girl, I'll do what I can to prove that I'm sorry. 'Cause now I see what you really mean to me. I live life with you, I lived it without, and I've been going crazy ever since you walked out. I should have closed my mouth. Guess who's wrong or right? Just when you say goodbye, I said alone to those sleepless nights. Yeah, I miss feeling that vibe when we touch and when we kiss. Yeah, I wish you come back. We start off again all of this. Well, girl, I'll do what I can to prove that I'm sorry. 'Cause now I see what you really mean to me. Yeah, I miss feeling that vibe when we touch and when we kiss. Yeah, I wish you come back. We start off get off this. Girl, I'll do what I can to prove that I'm sorry. 'Cause now I see what you really mean to me. Now I see what you really mean to me.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
The JEA app. With it, you may view the electric outage map, report electric outages, receive electric outage alerts, view your current account information in real time. You can even make a payment with one click. Name, account number, you're in. Convenient access with the free JEA app, keeping you connected with JEA today.
Hey guys, how are you today? Good. I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life. Is that you? That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things. I want your job. I want you to have my job.
Cassandra Fuller.
Let me see it. Say I'm clear. All right. And it muted. That's what Pam has always wanted to find from me is a mute button.
I know, right? We're about to get the hang of this thing.
She's been communicating with Thomas saying, let me see how that works.
Yeah.
Brandon and John, the Hutcheson brothers with us. Guys, good to have you here.
Thanks, we appreciate it.
Last time we visited together, they were on the show. They had just turned loose or we're in the process of recording an EP, and it's come out and getting radio play and everything else, which is not easily done. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Good project. And the next thing I know, you guys are at the Bluebird Cafe.
Yes, sir.
So tell us how that happened.
Well, just pretty much the hand of the Lord, pretty much. We're lucky enough to get invited. Well, first we went on a Monday evening open mic, and I think it was like 26 of us that got to perform, and we were one of 6 to get to perform twice.
Wow.
So that was really cool, and getting the crowd at the Bluebird to sing one of your songs right back to you, that was probably the most amazing feeling I've ever been a part of. And then a few months later, we got the invite to come out and play again. So, I mean, it's just really, really cool.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, congratulations. What is that like? That's got to be kind of an intimidating thing, I would think.
For me, it was, I think it was like the second I think it was probably the midway through the second song, I was realizing, hey, where I was, I really, at first, that was kind of like almost like a dream. And like I said, probably midway through that second song, it was like, kind of felt like it was becoming reality.
Well, tell us about the EP, because it's 3 great songs, and you guys wrote these and did sessions in Nashville, right?
Yes, sir. We've had that out.
Show it to us.
See if I can get up here.
It may be backwards on y'all's screen. I don't know, but if it is,
yeah, I think it is.
But we released that a little under a year ago. Actually, we was on the show last. That was the actual release date. It's been played across the country. Drive
in London.
Drive was the lead single on that one. Had some plays over in London. So we went international. So that's kind of cool.
How does it feel to be driving down the road and you turn the radio on, and then all of a sudden you hear a song that you wrote and that you're singing?
I mean, it was, like I said, some of this stuff's hard to.
Are you still in that dream that you were talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You haven't really completely woken up from the dream, right? Right. It's a surreal deal, you know. If you ever are driving down the road and you have the radio on and, you know, song comes on, it's this knucklehead singing lead on it. You know, it's like, wait a minute, what's he doing in the video?
Well, to have it played in London, that's pretty cool too.
What's coming up next?
Well, just like any touring act, the COVID stuff has us kind of scratching our heads right now. But we had some things in the works and before all that, and we've kind of had to put those on hold. We had a few shows that we'd entered contracts to, like Lafayette's in Memphis.
Okay,
so we're gonna play there, but it's gotten postponed. A few other festivals and gigs, and a few other things on the business side. It's called music business for a reason, I guess. We had to kind of put those on hold for just a little bit, but once everything opens back up, we'll have some news to bring to y'all.
We're going to bring you back one more time. We'll find out how to get this CD, the new EP that's out. They're the Hutcheson brothers. We'll be right back as we continue this 6 in the City.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
As we all take care and precautions, practicing social distancing with more time at home, we may find ourselves using more broadband too, relying on internet, television, and telephone services to stay connected to work, school, and family. JA is working hard to keep our customers, employees, and families safe while bringing vital services during this time. Keeping you connected to the essential broadband services Jackson's homes and businesses depend on is one thing you can count on at JEA today.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
Oh, I'm up. Okay, here we go. Well, it's a good thing I wasn't yawning.
Isn't that the truth? They're taking a nap or
Yeah. Somehow I missed the cue. So I've been muted and I missed the cue today. You know,
I thought we had the hang of it today, but apparently not.
so there. Fuller, before we get away, some JA business customer